From ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 in Southern California. This is BizNinja Entrepreneur Radio with your host, Tyler Jorgensen.
Welcome out to BizNinja Entrepreneur Radio. I am your host, Tyler Jorgensen, and today we get to talk with Greg Hoffman, the founder, owner, CEO, and Chief Awesome Officer over at Apogee. They are a leader in affiliate marketing. And I'm really excited to talk with Greg because we've known each other for a few years. We've never had an opportunity to go deep on his journey and about his agency and what they're doing. So welcome out to the show, Greg.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you inviting me here.
Hopefully that's on your business card, the Chief Amazing Officer or something similar.
I'll add it, definitely.
Awesome. So let's go back to the very beginning, and then we're going to jump back and forth in timelines here. When was the moment that you first realized that you were an entrepreneur?
Well, this is my second attempt. I tried this, what year is it? I tried this 22 years ago, and that first business failed. It was a PR agency, and I had some built-in clients. I had 4 or 5 clients. But I didn't have the sales experience or the funnel to keep finding clients. And that was about 4 years. And then I had to go get a real job. And then I bounced around for a while.
So that's kind of what happens with a lot of people is they become self-employed, right? And then they realize that there's a lot of other pieces of the business that have to happen for it to win. You need a sales system or a sales team, and you need account management. And it happens a lot where someone's great at something, so they think, well, I'll just do it on my own, but it doesn't have the same security. So when you decided to relaunch and do it again, what did you do differently?
I found the pool that I wanted to fish in, and I knew that I surrounded myself with people in this industry that were dedicated to helping me with the business, and I also knew where to find my prospects. And it was done out of necessity, because that's where I was 12 years ago when I launched this company. I didn't have anything else. I left the previous job. And so I'm like, I'm finally going to do this. But now I've learned lessons. I've got some specialty in this industry, and let's try this again.
So Apogee Agency is your company name. How'd you come up with that name?
Well, we were originally Greg Hoffman Consulting for the first 6 years. And I knew at some point it wasn't going to be just about me. I started hiring some employees, and I went to one of my mentors. His name is Peter Shankman. We both know Peter.
Yep.
And I got on a call with Peter, and I said, I need a new name. And he says, okay, I get that. Let's start thinking. And he's a fast talker. He's a fast thinker. And he says, where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? And I said, I see myself at the top of my industry. And he's like, okay, well, there's a word that I like, and it's called Apogee. And it means it's the top, it's where the peak of the satellite. And so he basically said Apogee, and I'm like, oh man, dude, now what do I owe you? Because we're 3 minutes into the call and you've already given me the business name. Like there's no brainstorming. Yeah. I was stuck right then and there. And I told my team, I'm like, we're called Apogee now.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened.
I love that. So it wasn't a brainstorm. It was just like a brain lightning bolt. It just happened. Like it just, there it is.
He said it, and that was it. We're done. It was a 3.5 minute conversation.
And this was close to 12 years ago?
Well, this was in the middle. So we changed in 2016.
Okay. So not too long ago, really. So I guess that's 5 years now. It doesn't feel like a long time ago. So 2016, right. you rebrand as Apogee. You guys do affiliate marketing. Most of our audience that listens to BizNinja Radio are entrepreneurs or in e-commerce of some type. For those that are unacquainted, what is affiliate marketing?
So I guess I should have thought of this definition. Affiliate marketing is it's tracking your sales from a blogger, an Instagrammer, a website owner that is promoting a brand, and they're trackable links. They're promoting the brand to their audience. And if that customer buys something from the brand, then the blogger in the middle is going to make a commission. Generally, it's going to be about a 10% piece of the average order.
Okay, so it's affiliate. An affiliate is simply someone who has a relationship with the business, sends traffic their way in exchange for a percentage of sales that happen.
Yes.
And so
You
when
did
you guys
much
do
better.
affiliate marketing, you go out and for businesses, you find these affiliates and you help them do a good job, right?
Right.
And
So
so
we
because
are
that's really
there
important.
to.
Like, what is there a difference in quality of the affiliates?
Oh yeah, there's a big difference, and that's in my 16 years of affiliate marketing. I definitely have my opinions on good affiliates versus the bad affiliates, and there are tens of thousands of bad affiliates, and bad meaning not bad, but just not good or not quality. So that's what we focus on, is finding relevant affiliates for each brand. It's not, we do have our go-tos. We work with corporate affiliates that are good for all brands,
Sure.
but no matter what the niche is, we're generalists in affiliate marketing. So we're going to, when we launch a program or we take over a program, we're going to look for the ones that are relevant for that brand. They already understand the brand, they like the products, and they want to be ambassadors, and they want to make money.
So if somebody has a successful brand, they're running on, they're doing Facebook ads and they're doing Google ads, and they haven't gotten into the world of affiliates or PR or influencers. How does Apogee and your team, how do you guys help them?
Well, first, I'm going to make sure that they've got existing sales. It's hard to work with a startup.
Yeah.
Affiliate marketing does not automatically bring you new customers. Affiliate marketing is a secondary type of channel where paid search, paid social, PR, those are all front line. That's going to introduce the brands. Affiliate marketing is going to introduce your brand, but there needs to be some brand recognition first. So I want to make sure that the brands that I work with typically have at $50,000 a month in overall online sales, if not more. The best case studies we have are brands that have never had an affiliate program, but they're already in the $5 to $10 million range. Yeah. And they've got brand recognition, they've got community, and now they're okay, well, let's finally explore affiliate marketing. And that's when we can launch a program in lightning strikes within a few months. And we can see, because the community is there to become the ambassador.
Right.
I've
definitely seen the opposite of that, where a brand thinks, you know what, I don't have any traction. I haven't been able to figure out how to get sales through paid traffic. So I'm going to go do affiliate marketing, and that's going to solve all of my problems. Right. And it's a similar thing that we say to paid traffic. Like, if you can't convert organic traffic, paid traffic isn't going to fix the problem, right? Like, it's same concept. Like, you've got to figure out the mechanism before you put any kind of fuel on the fire, kind of any catalyst in place. You talked about some case studies of some big clients that have had some wins with you. Share some wins. What are some cool things that you guys have done for clients?
Well, and we've got some great clients. One of my oldest clients is Snake River Farms. So they sell very high-end Wagyu beef. They sell steaks. They're not your grocery store type of steaks. When you go to a high-end restaurant in Vegas or New York and you look at the menu and it says Snake River Farms next to the steak, it comes directly from the farm in Idaho. And then you go home and say, oh, well, let's see if I can order those same steaks. So they find snakeriverfarms.com, and it's a very niche group of people that are willing to spend $300 on steaks.
Right.
But we've grown that program into millions of dollars through the affiliate channel over the last 7 years that we've been managing that program. So, and they always cringe when I start talking about numbers. I didn't give away any numbers.
Nope, that was broad enough.
But it's a big, very successful program. And we've got hundreds of affiliates that are extremely successful in there. And it's all based on the fact that Snake River Farms is not readily found at your grocery store. It's not at Walmart. You can't find it on Amazon. You really need to go to snakeriverfarms.com or Gordon Ramsay's in Vegas to get that kind of quality. So That's why that program is done so well. Their direct consumer website rocks and it converts. And it's just, and in 2020, it increased by 800%.
Yep. Yeah, it's been interesting watching which brands grew during this last year or so and which ones really struggled. And I think it came down to who was already leaning in to the changes, because really all that happened recently was that things happened faster, right? And the trends that got accelerated. What you mentioned that not everyone is like that. There's kind of a time for affiliate marketing in a brand, right? If you said kind of 50K is your guys' threshold. If someone comes to you and they're not quite ready for that, or let's just say a business in general isn't ready for affiliate marketing yet, what are the things that they should do to get there?
Well, and we've started to shift our business model over the last year and a half to include public relations, any type of digital ads, influencer marketing, social media management. It all leads into, we can build you up to get ready for affiliate marketing, but you need to have everything else. You need paid search, you need paid social. Your website needs to convert. You have to be wanted and needed by the community. So conversion is totally on their website, and that's your expertise.
Yeah.
And so I always go back to them and say, you're not ready for affiliate marketing. I see more than 200 affiliate programs launching every single month on different networks, and 198 of them are never going to have any sales. And that's because they launched way too early and they didn't have a strategy, or most of them just didn't have a strategy. They just launch and say, this is the next great thing. We need to do this. And then they end up hating affiliate marketing because it never worked for them.
Sure. Yeah, that's real common when people enter a new category in their business. Oh, it didn't work, therefore it's bad. It's like, well, maybe you didn't deploy a good enough strategy. So let's go back. I love that you made an initial attempt into starting your business. You went back into the corporate world and you came back and started it. As you've been growing Apogee Agency, what are some of the internal challenges that you guys had to face, and how'd you overcome them?
Well, I mean, the biggest challenge is getting me out of the day-to-day.
Yeah. I've
been trying now for 2 years to get out of the day-to-day. I am out. I'm 99% out right now. I've been trying to get out because when I started this 12 years ago, it was just me and it was my strategy. And I learned from mentors in the industry. And I had some employees along the way. As of about 2 years ago, there were 5 of us. Well, now there's 15 of us. And it was hard to actually get out of, start delegating things and to train them and trust them to do it the way I would do it, because I am very strict with my standards. And that, I mean, the hardest part was just me walking away and saying, okay, I've got to trust the team now.
Yeah. And so what's fascinating is you've talked about really the shift from employee to self-employed. And now you're really trying to make the shift from self-employed to business owner. And and that's a hard shift for a lot of people. A lot of people don't make it because it's so hard to delegate, right? And it's so hard to make that let go. When you're making that shift, where are the things that you want your energy? Like if you're out of the day-to-day, what do you get to do now that gives you the greatest opportunities to have impact?
On my business card, it's not going to be Chief Awesome Officer. It's going to be Chief Marketing Officer. I'm truly moving away from CEO to the Chief Marketing Officer. That's where my roots are. I want to be the marketing guy. I've got a director of PR, and she understands PR in 2021. I understand PR great in 1998. So I'm obviously not the PR person for the company or our clients, but I at least, those are my roots. And so I want to get back to the education. I want to write more. I want to market the agency. I'm the head cheerleader at this point, and I'm also the chief morale officer, which really bugs the employees because I have way too many dad jokes. And when I call myself chief morale officer, they all roll their eyes.
But you know what? If it's hopefully it's like a dad joke, right? Where it's a rolling of eyes, but it's and through affection. And I love that, man. I think every business owner has to recognize, do they want to be the CEO? Do they want to be the CMO? Some of them don't want to do either of those things, and their talent is in being the operations officer. And for others, it's like, you know what? You need to extract yourself all the way to the board level, right? And let other people do it. And so I think what's so cool about business is that we get to choose. We get to pick which way we want to do it. And so have you found that you've had to like fight through your own like expectations of what you're supposed to do in order to do what you want to do?
Yeah, there have been some days where I sit around and I'm like, I don't know what to do now, but I've got a list of things. We're in the process of redoing the website. So that's going to be a big thing is once the website is done, then I'm going to really start blogging more. I started blogging in 2003. And so, but I haven't blogged. I've maybe posted one thing this year, and that's kind of killing me. So yeah, there's lots of projects that I've got that are marketing-based projects that are going to help the agency and help the reputation. But the industry has evolved so rapidly over the last couple of years. There's been a lot of consolidation. Yeah. The conferences, the conference, the original owners of Affiliate Summit, they've sold out. So there's new owners. So the conference scene is completely different. The networks have been bought and sold. And so those are all different. Some of my competitors have sold out. And then we've had a wave of new different types of affiliate models come in. So we really have to evolve and stay ahead of the trends. And I want to get back into writing about all of those things.
Yeah, it absolutely. The interesting thing is when I first got started in e-commerce, I didn't go to like all the marketing summits and the things that I probably should have, but I did go to Affiliate Summit and I went to like the expos that were more in the consumer packaged goods space. And it was interesting. And then I would go to events that were around like infomercials. So I got this really like unique perspective on the digital marketing world. But man, over the last few years, you're absolutely right. Like so many of the events are changing. A lot of ownership shifts have happened. And I think there's a great opportunity for leadership and for people to have a voice in that space because of all that change. So that's cool that's what you really want to focus on, that contribution. I think that's neat. What would you say are if somebody is at that point, they have the momentum, they have the sales, they meet all of the check marks of like Apogee agency says they're ready to do affiliate marketing. What are some common mistakes at that point? And how can people safeguard themselves about being affiliate idiots?
Well, launching on their own is a mistake. Choosing the cheapest agency out there is going to be a mistake. There are, and now I get to trash some of my competitors, there are some factories out there. There are agencies that are basically factories and they've got 300 or 400 different clients and they've only got 5 account managers. So one of the differentiators is we are going to come up with a strategy that is right for the company. And we're not going to give you to an account manager that's got 49 other accounts. So one of the mistakes is you think it's easy. You think it's going to work next week. And I've used these words for forever. We have to manage expectations. Oh, yeah. We have to tell the clients, this is going to take 6 to 18 months to get what you want out of the affiliate channel. It is not going to happen in the first 3 months. In fact, I probably need to talk to Peter about this. We need to coin this phrase. There is a curse in month 4 when it comes to affiliate marketing, where we've got great momentum. We bring in a couple of good affiliates. We've got 1 sale in month 1. We've got 5 sales on month 2. We've got 15 sales in month 3. And then month 4, we're back down to 3 sales. And in month 4, the client is sitting there going, man, I've paid you all of this money and where are the sales? And I'm like, okay, remember that day when you signed the contract, I said, we're going to have this conversation in month 4 and you're going to not be happy. You have to wait for month 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to take time to get the affiliates interested in your product. We're going to have to convince them that they can actually make money selling your products. It's going to take 6 to 12 months. They don't listen to that. Even clients that are with us right now are going to forget that, and they're not going to remember that I said in month 4, you're going to turn and question everything you've done in life.
The interesting thing that I see with this is when people hire an employee, like let's say they're hiring a receptionist, day one, they don't expect that person make them money day one. They understand that there's a training and there's learning curve, that they're going to have to mentor and coach that person to be, as they add on more and more roles and services or like things to their job scope. But for some reason, when you hire an agency, yes, you want to move faster, but there's still a curve, right? You still have to get in motion. You still have to get traction. You still have to make relationships. And if you're doing it the right way, like the way you're talking about, you have to go actively nurture those. Then you have to set them up. Then you have to have sales calls. Like it's a process. And the people who have the long-term vision and the patience are the ones that get to enjoy the fruits of all of that, right? And too many people cut ties right before things start to take off. So I think if you just my advice to anyone hiring any type of agency is understand if you should know within the first month if your communication styles are good, if that part's in sync. But for results, you've got to have a 6 to 12 month horizon because it takes time. I don't know. What do you
tell
think?
everyone?
You agree?
I agree. If I can get them to get to the 6 month mark and be happy, I'm going to keep them for 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
And I do have a client that has been with us now for 12 years. I've got an entire list of legacy clients that have been with us at least 5, if not up to 12 years. So when we get them to that point and they're cool and they understand that it's a process, then they get to see, like Snake River Farms. When we started that program, it was very, very small. We were talking tens of thousands just in the first year. And now we're talking millions a month.
Yeah, absolutely awesome. And I think the hard thing is like for some people in e-com, like some people are really good at dreaming big. So like, okay, I want to have $10 million in sales my first month. I'm like, okay, that might be ridiculous. And other people think too small. Like, oh, I only wanted a website that does $10,000, $20,000 a month. Is not enough to even hire a full team to run it, right? So it really becomes a job again. And so there's this weird thing where I find like, the best people are the people that understand I want to get somewhere, but I understand I need to grow little by little to get there. But then if soon enough, all of a sudden you've got those big winning brands that are crushing it online and just dominating their space. You've been around the affiliate marketing world and PR and all of this. And I think things have changed a lot in the last 12 years. What do you think some of the upcoming changes are? What are things that people need to be aware of coming down the pipe?
Well, the biggest change for us over the last few years is mass media publications have discovered affiliate marketing. And I think, traditional Facebook advertising, paid search, it is going to evolve. And I think affiliate marketing, partner marketing is still going to be a very big part of it because everyone's going to want a little bit of piece of that tracked conversion. Yeah. And so it could be, I've seen it now evolving into streaming TV. So they're starting to understand trackable conversions. And there are platforms out there that are now looking at beyond just the website conversion. So I think affiliate marketing is, and the new term is partner marketing. Right. So I think partner marketing really is going to continue to evolve, and it's going to be there, and that's where people are going to move to.
Yeah, and I think that's as the market becomes more sophisticated, understanding. I think it's one of those things where you used to just go pay for advertising. But if the person who has the audience believes that the product is great and that their audience is going to resonate, by setting up a partner relationship, they could actually make more than had they just charged for the placement, and they can build a long-term relationship instead of always having to look for new advertisers. So when you can create partners, you can create long-term wins for both sides. And I just think it's the coolest thing because we can track, right? Because it's trackable, if it's working. And that's just really awesome.
And that's where PR has changed drastically. And the PR agencies have fallen behind. They weren't necessarily prepared to transition to affiliate marketing. And so there's a lot of PR agencies that are now managing affiliate programs for one specific way to track things. They're thinking in the 1% range, and they're very narrow scoped. And we obviously see the big picture. So that's why we've added PR to our agency. So, you can get rid of your PR agency and you can come to us because we can take care of everything at this point. So I think
Absolutely.
that's going to be I know the bigger agencies are going to get it. They're going to understand affiliate faster. We already understand affiliate.
I love it. So Greg, first of all, everyone should go check out Greg at apogeeagency.com. They're on Instagram as well as at Apogee Agency. Greg, I'm a big believer that building businesses, all of this risk and energy that you put into it is about building the lifestyle that you want. What is one major item on your personal bucket list that you're going to accomplish in the next 12 months?
In the next 12 months, I can already tell you I did something a month ago.
I'll take it. What was that?
I went out and I bought a dream car.
What'd you get?
I got my pony. I got a Mustang GT, and I drive it every day because I'm out of the day-to-day. I need a little de-stressor. So I bought a Mustang. I needed a Mustang. It is the greatest therapy I could possibly imagine. So
that's awesome.
A good day over the next 12 months is knowing that I've got my work done. I did some writing, and I'm out on the interstate riding my Mustang.
I love that. That's so cool. All right, my Biz Ninjas, wherever you are listening, it's your turn to go out and do something.
Thank you for listening to BizNinja Entrepreneur Radio with Tyler Jorgensen. Please make sure to subscribe so you're first to hear new interviews and episodes. If you found this podcast to be valuable, please share it with a friend. Don't forget to visit our online dojo at bizninja.com to claim your reward for listening to the show.